Hi boys and girls, today we're going to read A Weekend with Wendell by Kevin Henkes. I'll let you look at the cover. What do you notice about those two little mice? I notice that they're wearing clothes and have like a bag, so I know this book is fiction, right? Because mice don't really do that. The author is Kevin Henkes. He wrote Chrysanthemum and other famous books you'll probably know. Chester's Way is a good one. As we read, boys and girls, I want you to think about friendship. This whole week, all our books are about how to be a good friend. So as I read, you think about that. And sometimes I'm going to stop and ask you a question. So if you need to pause the video, you can. A Weekend with Wendell. On Friday afternoon, Wendell's parents dropped him off at Sophie's house. "Wendell's going to spend the weekend with us," said Sophie's mother, "while his parents visit relatives out of town." "Oh boy," said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. Why do you think Sophie didn't say anything? Her mom said he gets to stay over. That usually is exciting. So why wouldn't she say anything? Probably because she's nervous maybe, or doesn't like Wendell. Is that what you thought? After a snack, Sophie helped Wendell carry his sleeping bag and suitcase upstairs. "Well, what are we going to do now?" asked Wendell. "Do you have any toys?" Sophie pointed to her toy chest. "Is that all you got?" said Wendell. "I've got a million more toys than you. What else is there to do around here?" "We could play house," said Sophie. "Only if I can make the rules." What do you think about Wendell so far? Kinda bossy. So they played house and Wendell made the rules. He was the father, the mother, and the 5 children. Sophie was the dog. Then they played the hospital. Wendell was the doctor, the nurse, and the patient. Sophie was the desk clerk. What do you notice about these games and how Sophie feels in the pictures? So what do you think Sophie feels? She's probably sad or mad, right? She has her arms crossed. We do that sometimes when we're mad. So Wendell only plays games where he's kind of the boss. When they pretended they worked in the bakery, Wendell was the baker and Sophie was the sweet roll. "Isn't this fun?" said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. At dinner, Wendell said that he was allergic to anything green, so he didn't have to eat his vegetables. And then, when Sophie wasn't looking, he scooped the whipped cream off her dessert. "When is Wendell leaving?" whispered Sophie. "Soon," said the mother. "Soon," said the father. After Sophie's parents tucked Sophie in her bed, zipped Wendell in his sleeping bag and kissed them both, and turned off the light, Wendell grabbed his flashlight and shined it right in Sophie's eyes. "See you tomorrow," he said, smiling. Sophie shut her eyes. "I can't wait for Wendell to go home," she thought to herself. On Saturday morning when Sophie woke up, there was a lumpy blue monster jumping up and down on her bed. It was Wendell. She felt something pinch her leg at breakfast. It was Wendell. Is Wendell being nice? She heard scary noises coming from the broom closet. It was Wendell. Wendell used Sophie's crayons and left them on the porch so they melted. At lunch, Wendell finger-painted with his peanut butter and jelly. "Isn't this fun?" said Wendell. Sophie didn't say anything. "When is Wendell leaving?" whispered Sophie. "Soon," said the mother. "Soon," said the father. If you look at the mom and dad, they don't look too happy with Wendell either. At bedtime, when Sophie put her head on her pillow, she heard something crunch. It was a note from Wendell. It said, "See you tomorrow." Sophie shut her eyes. "I can't wait for Wendell to go home," she thought to herself. Let's look at this note. So it says, "See you tomorrow." And this one's Wendell. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there's fangs, and he's laughing. And this one is Sophie, and she's got a scared face. So he's just being not very nice all again. Before Wendell's parents picked him up on Sunday morning, he tried to make a long-distance call. He wrote his name in the bathroom mirror with toothpaste. He gave Sophie a new hairdo with shaving cream. "Want to go outside and help me wash this off?" asked Sophie. "We could play firefighter." "Oh boy," said Wendell. So they played firefighter, and Sophie made the rules. She was the fire chief. Wendell was the burning building. Isn't this fun? Said Sophie. Wendell didn't say anything. Do I get to be fire chief? Asked Wendell. Maybe, said Sophie. Ooh, she's giving him a taste of his own medicine, huh? Soon Wendell and Sophie didn't care who was fire chief and who was the burning building. Ooh, look at that change. So in this picture, they're kind of starting to be friends. And then at the end, they're both playing. That's a nice change of pace, huh? Both of them being happy. Time to go, said Sophie's mother. Time to go, said Sophie's father. Already, said Wendell. Already, said Sophie. When is Wendell coming back? Asked Sophie. Never, said the mother. Never, said the father. That afternoon, when Wendell unpacked his suitcase, he heard something crunch. It was a note from Sophie. It said, I hope I see you soon. Look how happy Wendell is. So what happens to make Sophie want Wendell to come back? Why'd she write him that nice note? Can you think what happened? It's when they became friends, right? He learned that he doesn't have to be the boss of everything and make the rules, and they can still have fun. Nice job, boys and girls. Did you like the book? It's a really good one. Now we're going to ask some questions in a discussion, and you can answer them. Good luck.